Oh, I have about 6 hours of XP tokens, by the way. So whenever you guys want me to pop one. No, I have the team ones. Yeah. Isn't your guys' regiment thing right now anyway? Oh. Yeah, I'm looking at my clock and looking at 6 o'clock. Tripping. YouTube.
It is loud and it is wet here, Coach, as we welcome you inside CenturyLink Field on a patented rainy afternoon in Seattle, Washington. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Seattle Seahawks. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. It's a short kick, taken near the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. At their own 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A huge play there right off the bat, and even 50 yards on the ground. First down, Eagles. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now a give right side. Akers. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
We got three, fellas. We got three.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Nice. The old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust. In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
That guy must be fucking elite.
Gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
That guy must be dope.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. We'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, it's Wilson. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Cravon LeBlanc with a pick. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. Johnson, the intended target. They'll run on first down. Akers. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down now, Akers. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Front Eagles touchdown. A great play there. With touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good with a PAT. And
you get a winner for the daily calendar or what?
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet.
Did you jump through half a game or what?
Some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
12.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Wilson, he's going to loft one deep left side into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now a handoff here to his running back. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating him up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Here we go. 120. Great 57.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And he fires one, but incomplete. 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Returnable for Lockett. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback. And
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Rasul Douglas picks it, and he'll take this back down inside the 20. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Wentz. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dallas Goedert, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott now to add the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone.
I swear that double XP token is a fucking death sentence. To activate that double XP, they match you up with the best fucking players you've ever seen.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 20. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Elliott on for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 21. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Shaquem Griffin. Well, let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him. Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big, this early. But that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. Being chased out left. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Sidney Jones. Johnson was the intended receiver. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. A first down carry for Henry. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Room here to run. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college
Triple
game
option
into the
for the
NFL,
win, boys.
that one, it was run with great success. How about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Elliott good on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner.
Tyler Lockett, 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wentz. Buying time to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down. So the youngster able to use the legs to pick up the first.
And one of my pet peeves when they see this guy play, when Carson Wentz takes off running the football, I always hear people go, oh, he's sneaky athletic. No, he's athletic. Watch him do it. It's an integral part of the quarterback run game, and he gets it done very, very well.
Yeah, you don't like sneaky athletic, do you? That's just kind of a jab in the back.
Yeah, not when it doesn't apply. I think that's a stereotype that needs to be broken down for him.
That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Staying on his feet. And complete to Zach Ertz. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to pour it on. Elliott good with a PAT, and the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Tighten up.
On 1st down, it's Carson, and only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, it's Carson. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
That's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half, it's Wilson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando, standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now. Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
I'm going to come back to you.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He gets this one to Johnson. Johnson on poke free, football's out. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And to the 43, so down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys have to touch the ball and carry it. They're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
They'll keep it on the ground. Akers, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. The line to gain is the 33 on third down. Here's Wentz to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up fourth. Now it's first.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. From the 2 now, second and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Derrick Henry, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Elliott good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Hello, you were Wilson? You were Wilson?
That'll be taken in the end zone.
Sounds like I was the one holding you guys back.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
I was like, oh, shit.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they had the fumble last time, but it led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team.
How do you run a 52 defense and still get beat on that dive? Someone explain.
We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Here's Wilson. That's complete to Turner. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
You got no answer for me.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Wilson. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Nate Gary. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. They were looking for Johnson that time. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 27th, Wentz. That's going to be caught. A really nice gain of 25 yards. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to attack right here on this play.
And he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown. From 3 yards out, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And able to take it past the 20 a little bit, but no further. A flag in there as well. Let's see what this is. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now a give, right side. Carson. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Complete. It's Johnson. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Carson, and he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On a jet sweep, this is Johnson. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Go 14.
from the shotgun. Wilson. Steps away to it. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Javon Hargrave tracks him down away in the backfield for a loss of 16. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. On the return, Jackson. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon.
Derrick Henry all alone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Derrick Henry with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. Elliott Good with a PAT, and the lead will swell by one more. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time. One
play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson, operating from the gun. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Wilson now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Wilson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by...
That UMP is badass, though.
Sidney Jones.
Keep doing it. His guys take over 1st and 10.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
No.
This ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is. I'm glad that you went.
There's one going towards the back of their spawn. Sniper. He hit me. I'm lucky I'm not dead.
How they've done it. Offense, defense, special teams. They put it all together. And I got to tell you, I am beyond impressed by what I've seen from this team.
On 3rd down, Akers. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
I hit 2 of them with grenades.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know. Well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Derrick Henry all alone. The 30, 20, 10, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the
totally
fourth quarter.
Kill him a piece of shit, but like...
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
I fucking knew he was in there, dude.
It's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25
I guess a kill's a kill no matter what, you know. Saw that. You blew him up with a car.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together Charles and Mason
going to be upstairs overwatching.
Unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters
or in the doorway
is
or something.
right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Throwing again on second down. Wilson, now a desperation throw deep downfield. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. So it's Seahawks
right into
football
suck
as we march toward a conclusion. Now Wilson. And let's see what they've come up with. And now here is another interception.
Pussy, if
picked off by Bryce Callahan. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up first and 10.
And he's like, oh shit, I'm about to fucking die.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield.
Sniper
down to the 45.
In the buses.
10 yards there and an Eagle first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. They'll try the left side. Akers. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground.
So you guys know I am dead.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
You guys know what day it is still?
This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker.
Well, I had the day off.
I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
Fucking asshole's got a, of course he's got a drag enough, because you can't use a semi-auto. You gotta have a fucking, you can't use a bolt action. You gotta have the semi-auto.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking.
At least there's one of them on our team with a shield.
Carry it with them.
And as an
He's doing such a good job of getting
you still think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Philadelphia, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for Seattle, the calendar changed. October didn't help as they dropped to 0-5 on the year. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
I'm with you. I'm with you, Kyle. Right behind you, bud. One with a shield. Got the shield, bitch. Get it, Kyle. Go. There's one coming through library. Got him. He's overgoing. He's in between bosses. He killed me. You guys got him? He shot me in the back. I was on top of a car, but I mean, you know. You think they're gonna come B, boys? They're going A. They got boys on all sides. Got him. I knew. Yeah, I knew there was another one. There's another one. There's two of them, Kyle. There's two of them. Did you get them? Oh, fuck. There's another one in there, dude. They're all in that fucking store over there. Yeah, one of them's camping in that fucking store. God damn. Alright, shoot at the actual player. There you go, with the wheels and Wheelson for the win, dude. Right in the oh shit. That was great. Hey, who, me?
It's your boy Skinny Penis. I'm coming. Yeah.